A Bethany man's spirit of adventure and his heart to help others is taking him to the edge of the earth.
Yeah, he and 5 of his buddies plan to ride their motorcycles from what is regarded as the southernmost city in the world all the way back home to Bethany. Ed Murray joins us with more on this 15-country, 10,000-mile challenge in tonight's Oklahoma Moment. Ed?
Well, Kelly, it began as an endurance adventure, but it has become much more. A mission to help young leaders of tomorrow and those in need today. But there is potential for violence in several of these countries. That's why, for now, Doug and the other riders are only using their first names.
10,000 miles through 15 countries.
We've questioned whether or not this is a smart thing to do. It sounded like a good idea at the time.
The planning has been a logistical nightmare. The 6 buddies live all over the place. One is a missionary in Brazil. So they've had to work out the trip via computer and video conferencing. And there are tons of details when you're talking 14 border crossings. But their friends in South America tell them the rewards will be worth the risks.
It could be dangerous. Something could happen for sure. That's what makes an adventure an adventure. But the reality is you're going to meet hundreds of fantastic people. People are going to be glad to see you.
Still, the men and their families aren't shying away from the reality.
We're forced, before we leave on this trip, to put some of our thoughts on paper, have discussions that are easily avoided if you're not doing something like this. So there's an enriching of life that we're experiencing already before we even leave.
And Doug has no doubt that this trip will make an impact on young leaders, both here and in Brazil, those in need around the world, missionaries, and themselves.
We're going to find resources within that we don't have to call upon in our everyday lives here. I think we'll be more alive as a result of this trip.
But before that, Doug has a big honey-do list, apart from the trip. He'll be gone for 2 months after all.
Margaret is appropriately adding more and more things to my to-do list, and I think that's keeping me very grounded.
The bikes have spent the last month in transit. They're on a cargo ship right now, somewhere between Brazil and Argentina. The riders will join them next week in Argentina. And each, Kelly, by the way, have pledged $10,000 of their own money to the charities.
Boy, that is truly an adventure they're on, Ed. All right, you can learn more about the riders, the charities, and how you can join them on the last leg of their journey. You can do that by going to our website, news9.com/link.